The name of the movie is SWAT Under Siege. The story of the movie begins with a SWAT team storming the headquarters of a major drug cartel. After they enter the headquarters, a fierce battle begins between them. A shootout occurs between the gang and the SWAT team. As a result of this clash, a number of both sides died. After the SWAT team manages to take control of the place and arrest them, they open a container belonging to the gang. Suddenly, inside the container, they find a huge man with a tattoo of a scorpion on his back. This person is arrested by the SWAT team. We see Lars, a well-known gang boss, on his plane when a call comes to him from an unknown person telling him that Diego has failed in the mission and that the scorpion has escaped from them. He asked him for $50 million in order to return the scorpion to him. Lars was shocked when he heard this news, so he went to Nicholas, who is a hacker. He told him that Scorpion was arrested by SWAT and he is now in the most difficult secret prisons, and that he wanted him to find him. He told him that if they did not solve the issue, the problem would become even bigger. Scorpion is an unidentified person. The investigators could not find any information about him. Next, we watch Detective interrogate Diego about the scorpion. But he didn't tell her any information. She kept pressing him. But Diego gets angry when he tells her that the scorpion will kill them all, and suddenly he hits his head on the iron table until he dies. Everyone present was surprised by his reaction and why he killed himself. Then Travis goes to the scorpion and asks him who he is. The scorpion tells him that he does not have time for such talk, and he tells him that he wants to get out as soon as possible. He also tells him that there are two people who will come and they will claim that they are from the FBI, but they are not, and they will ask him to hand over the scorpion to them. Indeed, after a short period of time, two people come and tell Travis that they are from the FBI, and they ask him to hand over the scorpion to them. Travis is curious and asks them some questions, but they don't answer him because they told him that this information is confidential. Then he asked them about the real scorpion's name, but they did not answer and asked him to hand over the scorpion to them. But he refuses to hand him over until after they answer him. Suddenly they start attacking him, but he managed to kill one of them, but the other person hit him and was about to kill him. But support comes to Travis and he is saved. Travis goes to the scorpion, but he is surprised when he doesn't find him. Suddenly the scorpion appears from behind him and starts hitting Travis. A fierce battle takes place between them, and we notice that Scorpio was superior in fighting against Travis. Scorpio took the gun from him, but he returned the gun to him and told him that now he had to trust him. Then the situation is controlled and the scorpion is transferred to the cell. Travis asks him about the two people who came for him. Scorpio tells him he doesn't know them, and he also tells him that in the coming days other people will come for him. He also told them that he was working in the special forces and then he worked as a spy, and he has important information worth billions of dollars, and that's why all the gangs are chasing him. He asked him to move him from this place for the safety of the people present, because an attack could occur at any moment on them by the gangs. We see Lars watching the place where the scorpion is. He had hired people to find the scorpion. Travis takes the scorpion to move it to a safe place. Suddenly we see a sniper aiming at them. Scorpio tells Travis to duck because he knew Lars had assigned people to find him. Indeed, the car is attacked, and shortly after, Lars' henchmen arrive to kidnap the scorpion. A fight takes place between them, but Scorpion manages to resist them and get rid of them. Then other people arrive and they have weapons and they start shooting at the scorpion and the SWAT team. But they tried to return to the headquarters before they were injured. Indeed they could. All entrances to their headquarters are sealed. Lars asks Nicholas to hack the headquarters system. Indeed, he hacks the system and cuts off the power to the entire headquarters. The technician tells them that the electricity has been cut off and that they are cut off from the outside world. Scorpio tells them that this is a professional gang and this is one of their methods of attack, and that they will isolate them from the outside world. Then, suddenly, Lars calls headquarters, and Lars tells Travis to turn on the loudspeaker so everyone can hear what he's saying. Lars tells them that Scorpion is his property, and as soon as they hand him over to him, everything will end and no battle will take place. And he threatened them that if they did not hand over Scorpion, he would kill them. as he told them that Scorpion is a person who specializes in dismantling and destroying countries and that he can exploit terrorism to his advantage. He tells them that Scorpio is a liar and has deception skills and asks them not to be deceived by him. Scorpion, when he heard this, told him that he would turn himself in after 10 minutes. But in return he had to ensure the safety of the people who were with him. Indeed, Lars agrees, and he promises that no one will be harmed. After that, they begin to discuss what they will do during these 10 minutes, and they make a well-thought-out plan to get rid of Lars. Their plan was to open the back door to let the special forces in. After that, they call the support team. They bring a person who looks like a scorpion and puts on clothes that look like a scorpion. Scorpion tells Travis that there may be a traitor among them and that he may be the one telling Lars what is going on, and possibly telling him of the plan they have put together. As they dispersed, Lars' men were outside, waiting for Scorpion. When the door opens, Lars orders his men to go to the back door. Indeed, the plan is going as they wanted, and Lars notices a light appearing from the headquarters. This light was a signal to Lars by a traitor within the headquarters. He was giving information to Lars, so Lars orders his men to turn back because he discovered that there was a trap. We see a person named Ward. He goes to a person from Lars' gang who was locked up in the headquarters. He releases him and tells him to get out of the headquarters. He tells him to go to Lars to tell him that he will take $50 million from him in exchange for Scorpion handing him over, where the traitorous person is Ward. But this person managed to betray him and kill him. Suddenly the detective Ellen came and got into a fight with him. Then this man was killed. The door to the headquarters opens, and Lars orders his men to kill anyone they meet, including Scorpion. He told them not to abide by the agreement because it was SWAT who thwarted the agreement. Meanwhile, the special forces are hiding inside the headquarters during the gang attack. Fire is exchanged, and a SWAT member is wounded. She asked her comrades to flee because she was wearing an explosive belt, as she blew herself up when the gang reached her. At the same time, we see Ellen getting into a fight with Lars' bodyguard, but Lars comes from behind and hits her, and she passes out. We watch SWAT as they try to escape, but suddenly they encounter the gang. The Scorpion asks them to lie down. He started shooting the gang and killing them. Meanwhile, Travis and the Scorpion began to check the place to make sure that all the gang members were killed and that there was no danger to them. But the Scorpion told him that it was unbelievable that all of them had died and that there were definitely people hiding. He tells him that he knows Lars' movements. Then Lars and his bodyguard appear. Lars starts stalking Scorpio, and his bodyguard follows Travis. A fierce battle begins between them after a long confrontation. Lars' weapon is about to run out. Scorpion starts to fight Lars viciously, and Travis knocks her off the building, killing her. After a strong fight between Lars and Scorpion, Scorpion manages to hit him hard and kill him. Travis goes to check on Ellen. He told her that they had won and got rid of Lars' gang. Scorpion tells Travis that he's tired of the gangs chasing him, so he removes a tooth containing a chip with dangerous files and hands it over to Travis. This information could threaten all countries, but suddenly Ellen shoots Scorpion and takes the information chip. We discover that she is the traitor who was working for Lars and was also the one who was sending information and plans that happen inside the headquarters. Then Travis chases after her because she took the information chip. Indeed, he got into a fight with her, and finally he managed to catch her. The traitor has been arrested, and one of the paramedics comes to Travis to ask him to identify the body of a dead person in order to tell them if he is the Scorpion or not. When he saw the body, he discovered that it was not the Scorpion, but another person. But Travis lies to him and tells him that this body is the corpse of a Scorpion. He told them this in order to protect Scorpion's life. Scorpion fled to a far place to get rid of the gangs chasing him. We also discover that the information chip that he gave them does not contain the information, as he kept the original chip. If you want interesting movie recaps like these, like, share, and subscribe to follow us for more movie recaps.